What's up, y'all?
What's going on, everybody?
I'm Elise.
I'm Greg.
Welcome back to another episode of
Love and Marriage, Pillow Talk with the Pinos.
So welcome back, y'all. So we got some special guests with y'all. I have the pleasure of introducing to y'all the Mills. Today, instead of it being Pillow Talk with the Pinos, it's going to be Pillow Talk with the Mills. So
showcasing another love story here.
Yes.
But before we go ahead and do that, I want to make sure we run that intro. Welcome back, everybody. Again, we appreciate y'all for joining us today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell button so you can get notifications when we drop new content. Today, we got a special one here today. They are best friends turned lovers, literally best friends just turned lovers.
Yes.
And we want to share their story today because it is very unique.
Yes.
So, yeah, we appreciate y'all for joining us today. We got to go ahead and bring them on. They are in the great state of Georgia in Atlanta. All right, y'all. So we back here. We got Jamaal and Ebonny.
Yes.
Not Ebony and Ivory, but Jamaal and Ebonny.
Yeah, people call us that.
This poor, unfortunate soul right here was a Raiders fan, but he doesn't have a team anymore. So
the agent.
he has to deal with being either a no fan or a Las Vegas Raiders fan, which he doesn't. But we got them on the show today just to highlight another instance of great love, true love. So we want to go ahead and get into it. So if you guys would tell us you guys' love story. And don't sugarcoat it now.
Good, the bad, and the ugly.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you guys for inviting us to your show. This is amazing. I feel pretty honored to just be a part of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, our story was 2002. So it was a while ago.
Hey, really that long?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't have said that because that was, calculating age and stuff. But yeah, so basically I went to Spelman and Jamaal went to Morehouse. And for those of you who don't know, they have this brother-sister convocation that they do. Basically, what they do is they pair a Spelman fresh woman with a Morehouse freshman. And that's supposed to be like brother, your sister that kind of walks with you through your college career. Like that connection. It keeps the schools kind of like brother sister like connection together. So yeah, basically, well, you can tell the part about what happened with you.
Yeah.
You add something to it. But basically, all the fresh women, we just kind of line up and then we get prepared to meet our Morehouse brother. I still remember that day where everybody was like getting dressed up, putting their little dresses on, and some people were excited, some people were nervous, all of that. But yeah, I met Jamaal, we were introduced, then I remember we walked from Spelman to Morehouse to the convocation. And yeah, we like just hit it off as friends from the jump, from the very beginning. And that's kind of where the journey started. You want to add your part in another part to that?
So like y'all know, but others wouldn't know, is that I actually didn't want to go to get a Spelman sister. And so I actually went at the very last minute. So it was like everybody left Morehouse. They left and they was walking, and then I was just wrestling, and I was like, I guess it was God. It was just like, just go. And so I went and I walked by I walked by myself. And I was like, when I was walking, I was like, this is stupid. So I didn't want to, it was lame. I thought it was stupid. I was just like, this is dumb. Like, why are we going to get like some little sister or whatever? Like, this is.
I would have thought it was dumb too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was like pointless. It was
the women didn't think that.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
I wouldn't have thought it was dumb either.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like, why are we doing this? And so, all the homies, they was excited. They was like, yeah, we better get a Spelman sister. Yeah, this was something they do. And then I was just like, man, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna be in the bedroom. And then so I don't know, guys was just like, just go. And I was just like, all right, I just go. And the crazy part about it, when we met, it was like we was in line, but it was another guy. He was standing there, and he I guess he was lost. He looked lost, and so yeah, so he looked lost. So I was just like, you know, go ahead, you stand in front of me. Come on, you can stand in front of me, right? So that guy ended up being her roommate's Morehouse brother.
Oh, wow.
So technically,
crazy.
I wasn't supposed to be her.
Are they together?
Nah.
No.
That was the last time they talked.
They didn't talk after that day.
For real?
Yeah, it was a little. It
was interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Situation.
Dang. Wow.
Yeah, my roommate looked at me like, "This is not what I was expecting."
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that was the last time she spoke to him that day. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I'm grateful that he moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was the crazy part about it. Yeah.
So it seemed like it was still a God move, because the fact that he moved, he you know, he was pushed to go, you know, inside.
Yeah.
And then after he even moved his place in line, it to me, it just, when I heard what happened later, it just was like, wow, this interesting how that happened, because it could have been where I ended up with the weird guy.
Oh, so you say he's weird? Okay.
I was trying not to say it, but it came out. So
you might edit that part out, but the other part too is crazy. After that, like after we, you know, you do the little, I guess we sit inside the what was that?
Yeah, the convocation.
Yeah, the convocation
in the church, the chapel.
So when we left out, Ebony gave me the wrong number.
So it was an accident.
So no.
You ain't say that the way.
So Ebony gave me the wrong number, right? And so I was calling that number like, they ain't, you know, what's up? Like, why she ain't trying to talk to me? And then her dad picked up and told me, don't call this number no more.
Oh my God.
So back then,
her dad don't play, y'all.
No, he don't play. He don't play. But it was on my parents and I were on like a family plan. You know, I was 18, so we're on a family plan. So I used to use my mom's phone when I was in 12th grade. So her number was in my head. So we had the last two were different. So I think the excitement of it, I said the number when I got to the last two numbers, I said her number and not mine. So it was the accident. So the whole time I was like, hey, he ain't calling me back. That's messed up. Like,
so you know, and it's a lot of people at the school. So this the part is, so one day my roommate was had his filming sister in the room, and I said to her, I said, Dad, tell my filming sister I'm looking for her. And this like, I think it was like three to 6 months passed by. We hadn't talked to each other.
It wasn't months. I think it was probably like a month and a half or so later.
Time passed by. Yeah, I know it was a long time. And so she was in the room with my roommate, and I was like, just tell my sister I'm looking for her, right? And then so Ebony, she tell you that. So
yeah, I was in class, and it actually wasn't that, because it was the beginning of the very beginning. So I was sitting next to this girl that I didn't know at all, and the professor said my name. And she looked at me, she's like, what's your name again? And I told her my name. She's like, your mom's brother's looking for you. I was like, what? Now, mind you, I had no idea how to find him because I gave him the wrong number. My dad told him never to call back. Yeah. So I didn't know what to do. So the fact that it's almost like we noticed these little steps along the way.
Yeah, for real, especially the dad.
Like pushing us, you know, like, okay.
Like, nah, y'all gonna be together.
little things happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, when she said that, of course she called her roommate who was roommates with Jamaal. I mean her Morehouse brother, who was roommates with Jamaal. So then that's how we got reconnected. Yeah.
When she was she was in the room, did she know that Ebony was your Morehouse?
No, she didn't. She didn't even know.
No, she didn't know me.
You just
I
said
didn't know her. It's just she heard the professor say my name, and I think she just remembered him saying my name.
Okay.
And she was like, "I think your Morehouse brother's looking for you." So seriously?
I was just playing. I was just because I was just like bump it, like.
She done gave me the wrong number. She curved.
Yeah, I was just like, well, she don't want to talk to me. Yeah. So I was like, it's whatever. So then I just was playing around with her, and I was like, yeah, tell my I said, tell my spelling sister I'm looking for her, and I said her name. Yeah, her name is Ebony Mack, right? And then and she was like, okay, I'll tell her. And I was like, whatever, and I just left. I left, and then, I don't know how we connected it. I think we went out. That's when we hung out. So we hung out that time. Yeah.
Oh, after that.
Yeah. So that was that. That's how we reconnected. That's that part of it.
That's the very beginning.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question is for you, Ebony. How was it being just a friend with Jamaal and knowing in the back of your mind that it was supposed to be more, that maybe this was the one that I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with? How was that?
Yeah, that was just friends, like
Right,
literally just friends.
And then I know that he may have dated, females during that time. How was it for you?
Mm-hmm. So for me, when we first met, the funny thing about it, I remember actually having the thought of this may be my husband. I'm not that like super like romantic kind of chick back then. I wasn't really out there trying to find somebody, but I remember that thought. And the funny thing too is I actually remember people coming to me saying, I think that's gonna be your husband. Just random people, you know.
Really?
So of course I blew it off. But I remember thinking, yeah, in college.
Picture told us that one time.
Yeah, Picture told us that one time too. But that was probably a couple months after that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about is when I like kind of the first couple of weeks when we first met. I remember having that thought. And, over time with, just talking to God and not just about Jamaal or anything, but I remember feeling like I heard God say, wait. Okay. So when I heard wait, how I interpret, okay. Well, okay. But over time, like how I interpreted that was God was really just telling me to wait. Because back then, I'm 18, 19, I'm the new college experience. I wanted to date. I wanted to get out there. And I wanted to just, explore, you know how we do. So when I heard wait, I was able to kind of interpret that to me, not necessarily waiting on Jamaal or anybody, but wait on God.
Yeah. As
far as waiting on God, to me, that helped me to think of it not in terms of who am I supposed to be with. It really helped me to not look at any particular person as this is supposed to be my husband, including Jamaal. He was very, and he could talk about that, but he was very big on being friends and having relationships. And so for me, it was like, well, the other part about it is I'm not going to be with or try to be with anybody who didn't want to be with me.
Yeah.
That was a no-brainer for me. So for me, it was really easy to just kind of stay in a friendship mode. And even further down the line, you mentioned a girlfriend. I know he had a girlfriend at one point, and I remember it just didn't go well. So I remember us having a conversation.
Smiley, bro.
I remember having.
It ended off. It didn't end off well, I guess. And then, because so the story is, I had a girlfriend. So I had a girlfriend in my sophomore year. So I had a girlfriend sophomore year, and then I told her no. So she found out that I had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So because I'm a private person, so I was a private person. She found out, so she got mad at me. But she got mad at me because she thought we was closer friends. Like we thought we was cool enough where I could tell her.
Man, you was in the friend zone, yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, why?
But I'm
why would I not know?
Yeah, see, but I'm a very, 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 very private person when it comes to stuff at the time, and so when I feel like somebody is imposing, that's when I kind of. So like she always said, I had a lot of walls up when we first met. Yeah, walls up, past hurts, you know what I'm saying, and whatever. So I kind of was like protected, I guess. So when she found out, she got mad, and then so that time kind of showed me. So when we ended our relationship, the girl ended her relationship with me. But it was kind of like I was on hurt, like I was a little hurt mode type of thing, and Ebony was there, like like but she was there as like, stop being a punk, basically. Like, and so I was like, dang, that's a good friend. Like, just to be like, you know what I'm saying, pull up your, get up, what you doing? Like, stop being like that. So that actually after that moment, took our friendship to another level. So like legit, we was like really trying to be good friends. So I told her, I wanted to be the best friend she ever had. That's what I told her, you know, in the beginning of our friendship, you know. So after that moment, it was kind of like a change in our friendship. So that's really,
it shifted then, and that's when he picked up right where I was, because I remember us having a conversation. I remember thinking the same thing and saying the same thing. Like, I want to be like the best friend. When I say best, I'm not even like, this wasn't no ulterior motives. It wasn't no back of our minds, like, yeah, maybe one day, like, because I had already passed that. Like, I already realized this is what our relationship is. We're friends. It's not going to, you know, I had the thought of maybe he'll be my husband, but I'm past it. I'm like, that's not a focus. Like, I already know this is what it is. Yeah. So at that point,
later.
Yeah,
that was like a year and a half later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So at that point, I was able to focus, like, we are friends. That's what we are. And I wanted to make sure that I was going to be that good friend, that best friend, just like he said. So from that point forward, friends.
I remember, I might be jumping ahead, but I remember Jamaal telling me, I'm gonna propose to Ebonny, and I was like, well, when did y'all start dating? I thought y'all was friends. So. So, but leading off that question, Jamaal, how did you know Ebonny was the one?
Yeah, well, so based off of that, like I said, it was our story kind of built upon each other. So it was like, after that time, it was kind of like, oh, well, dang, she's really a good friend. So when I was little, I told my dad, so when I was little, when I used to have girls that did like me, when I was little, he used to get on my nerves. He used to get on my nerves that, well, females, they just fall in love, guys too, I'm not trying, everybody, people just fall in love too quick, right? They just start, they look at somebody and then they know they in love. But it's like, nah, you just infatuated with that person, or you like what you see. You don't even know that person, right? So I used to get annoyed by that, because I'm like, I used to tell my dad, be like, dang, Dad, why this person like me? You know, they don't even know me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could not be a good person at all. And so I used to, just to get on my nerves. So I used to always tell myself, since I was little, I want to have somebody that I know first and I'm friends with first before I just jump into anything. So me knowing was based on the fact of, you know, we was building something. We was building a bond or a connection. And so it was like, and then so the story goes, I actually didn't want to get married. You know what I mean? I never wanted to be married. But it was like, at that time, we was getting older, obviously, you know, because at this time we was like 30. We was about 30 years old, you know what I mean? So it was like,
fast forward.
Yeah, fast forward. 11 or 13 years later, or something like that. And so I think at that time I started realizing, you know, then as you know, my parents was getting ill. I started noticing their relationship, how they looked out for each other. When they started looking out for each other, taking care of each other, when both of them was sick. Yeah. Just like, dang, like that makes sense. Like, you know, it's not really just about just the love and not romance. The romance, that's the word. It's not just about the romance, it's about that relationship you have. So I started thinking, that's when I started realizing, dang, I kind of want to be married. You know, that's actually kind of dope, right? And it was like, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of ready, right? But then it was like, you know, I don't know if I was really looking, because I don't really, I don't feel like, you know, that looking thing, that's another story. But the thing was, it's kind of like I just started talking to God. I started talking to God about, you know, what, you know, I'm ready to get married. What should I do? And then he put Ebonny in my mind, like
look right in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, I gave somebody. What are you talking about?
13 years ago.
Yeah. It was like, wait, her? For real? And so it was like, I just started thinking about it. And then, so when I started thinking about it, that's all we know for us, God orchestrated it. Because one day we was just riding and Ebonny said, and she was saying something like, you know, because she was getting older, and she just said something like, I mean, we can't be doing like just hanging out like we do every day because we getting older type of thing. That's right. Made me start to think about it like dang, she right. Like You know what I'm saying? We can be friends every day, but we be kicking it hard. Like we go to the movies, we do it.
Kicking it hard.
Yeah, so I understand the things that people say or they thought, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was kicking it hard was we actually enjoy hanging out with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually, like, it's like Friday and it's like, well, I don't feel like hanging out with my homeboys. I'm gonna hang with her. She more fun than them. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about the sorry behind Raiders or or anything else right now. You know, I want to just talk about, you know, real stuff that you talk about, you know, with a significant person more than you can talk about anything else. So it was just really just that process of starting to think of things and how our relationship is at that time, and then speaking to God and stuff like that. That was the transition for me in my head, I guess.
Man, you had a very mature mindset. Not being people like, oh, I fell in love with this person, and then, you know, they end up not being together like 6 months, stuff like that. But
yeah,
y'all had a strong bond. Like, I ain't never had a friendship, rarely with a male friend, but definitely not with a female friend,
right?
That long. And for y'all to maintain that, y'all was like thick as thieves for real. So that's very unique, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's like even with y'all, and Elise told me that about y'all getting married and stuff like that. Yeah, we was friends before. I said, oh yeah, they might make this one.
Yeah, because we were actually friends. We met in 2008, and the only difference with you and with y'all's relationship and ours is that we didn't have a continual friendship for that long, but we've known each other since 2008, and we talk every single day. But he was in Tampa, I was in Jacksonville, so that was the reason why we didn't probably have that continual friendship. But we had a genuine friendship even before dating and getting married.
When we start reconnecting, you know, 8-9 years later, we picked back up where we left off, man. So it was like chemistry was like real quick, man.
That's awesome.
You don't want to lose something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Chemistry, you know, you don't want to lose something like that. So I was like, man, I gotta get her quick, you know?
It makes life a little more easier, I guess. You know, like I tell somebody, like, life is already hard. Why would you make it even harder? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what would you guys say? Y'all had a 13-year-long friendship before y'all start, you know, actually engaged and married. What would y'all say, like, to those who are single and are looking?
I mean, somebody that might be in the friend zone.
Who might be stuck in the friend zone. Like, what would you say to them to get some insight or encouragement to them?
Oh, me? Okay. For me, well, you know, and I wouldn't necessarily say be friends for 13 years.
Shots.
But I definitely think, like, first of all, his unique take on, and I say unique because it's just in our
very unique. Yeah.
It's people are moving fast. You know, people are like, okay, you look good. Okay, let's get together.
Yep.
Or we have chemistry, and I guess I shouldn't do that in quotes, but you know, because it means different things for different people. We have chemistry, so we should just get the romance going, you know, and get together. But the way I see it is, I believe that friendship foundation is really essential. It made me feel so much more comfortable. I didn't have to worry about, like, some of the things that I hear some people worry about is like, well, where's the friendship? Like, do you know this person? Or, you know, it's so I think that when it comes to just that journey, understanding that, like, think about friendship first. Like don't even worry about, okay, you know, I'm talking in the beginning, like, don't even worry about, like, are we getting married or whatever, just like build friendships. And if you're single, building friendship with multiple people, that's, you know, you're learning more about yourself. You're learning about connections, relationships, interactions, you're growing. So I think that, you know, maybe not the fast pace to a relationship, but it's definitely a way to really understand what you want, what you don't want, and then understanding once you get into that friendship with somebody, now you have this foundation that you can build on. Mm-hmm. We don't worry about, you know, like the future. We know that our friendship is solid. You know, we know that anything goes on, we can still talk, we can laugh, we can have intellectual conversations. You know, we can do all that because we have that foundation. It's not just set on some sort of fairy tale kind of, you know, this is supposed to be happy, this happy romantic situation all the time. We know we can talk, we know we can communicate. So that's kind of what I would say. Just focus on that foundation of friendship and understand that if, you know, this is just the best way to, well, in my opinion, it's the best way to go. So,
Yeah, no doubt.
thoughts on that?
Yeah, and my thing is don't ignore red flags. And
Don't ignore.
Yeah, don't ignore. Yeah. So a lot of times is that people people take that. So what happens is people get involved in, and they see the glams or the glitter of that person, the fantasy of it, and they start ignoring everything that happened, and you be like you didn't see that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the other thing is like with the friendship, what she was talking about, is that idea is that I was able to get to know her and things that I could deal with as well as a friend.
Right.
So, you know, as friends, you might have like a little debate on something, you know what I'm saying? And you could see that person. Like y'all say, you should see the areas of people before you decide to get involved. Like if you've never seen a person get angry because you're so enamored or in love with that person,
Right.
you're not gonna know when that person decides one day to get angry. I said, you might, I don't like this person now, and then you deal with that for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's don't ignore red flags. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I didn't have like major surprises in that way, because I already knew kind of a lot of the good and the bad.
Yeah.
The ugly, all that.
Yeah.
Like
Decades.
friendship, you get to see.
Yeah. A decade worth.
You know what? And
A decade worth, yeah.
and you said exactly what I was gonna say. When you have that friendship, it's never I didn't know that about him, or I didn't know that about her, because you built that friendship and you really got to know that person through and through. So
Exactly.
that's important. The friendship is very important. That's one piece that people tend to skip over and go straight to, oh, I want to be your husband, I want to be your wife, let's have kids, you know.
Right.
And y'all, like I said, y'all have a great relationship, a unique relationship, man, and I definitely admire that. One thing that you said, Ebony, about the foundation, like I was like listening to, I listen to all kind of music, but I listened to a country singer, and one of the lines of her song was, the house doesn't fall if the bones are good. So if the foundation is good, your house isn't gonna fall. You got a good foundation, man. It's, you guys do. Y'all been laying that foundation for a while, so man.
Nothing or nobody can rock that house that you guys have built. So
that's real. I said, like I used to tell her, I said, the thing about it with being married, y'all know, being married and being friends, because usually when you, especially now, she's my best friend, really. So it's like, when I have an issue, I tell her I need to complain to my best friend. Like if I have an issue, I complain to my best friend about it.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's like
I feel that.
Right. So respond from a best friend perspective.
Right. Not my wife.
Yeah. I don't want to hear Mrs. Mills. I want to hear Ebony Mac. What would you told me back in 2000?
I like that. That's good stuff.
It works. It works. Yeah.
Yeah. To hijack that.
Right. That's some good insight. That's good. Anybody listening, that's good insight.
Yes, it works.
We definitely appreciate y'all, joining in the conversation today, man. Again, we got Miss Ebony and Mr. Jamaal Mills, aka E40, aka California.
Love it.
But we really appreciate y'all giving that time to speak to us today on y'all's dope relationship.
I married my best friend.
Yes.
I married my best friend. You guys married y'all's best friend. And,
so tell everybody go find a best friend.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. So everybody, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell button to get notifications when we drop new videos. Again, if you like our content, but we know you do. We appreciate y'all joining in today. Grace and peace.